My beloved child, listen closely. This is the moment I have longed for, and it waits for no one. I have seen your struggles, the silent battles you fought alone, and now the tides are turning in your favor. Every second you hesitate is a second lost from the divine breakthrough I have prepared for you. Open your heart and lean in, for I am about to reveal the miracles that will transform your life forever. The time is now. Embrace my words, for your destiny is unfolding in ways you have never imagined, and I am calling you to step boldly into the abundant future I have designed just for you. Proclaim your love for God in the comments by writing, "I truly love you, God." Should you feel led to support this mission of spreading love and light, you can offer a contribution through Super Thanks. Remember, every act of kindness, regardless of its size, is deeply treasured and appreciated. My beloved child, I have seen every battle you have fought when no one else stood by your side. I witnessed the pain that gripped your heart, the countless nights you waited in silence for the slightest hint of relief. You felt alone, yet I was there the entire time, watching over you, carrying you whenever you could no longer stand on your own. They underestimated you because they were blind to the gifts I placed within you. They spoke against you as though their words could define your worth. But I assure you, their voices have no power over what I have decreed. Their schemes will fail. Whatever they planned in the shadows, I have already undone. You endured challenges that seemed capable of destroying you, and yet you remained standing, not by your own strength, but because my hand never let you go. When doors slammed shut, I prepared a far better way. When others turned their backs, I surrounded you with angels. Nothing you have been through, no betrayal, no loss, no rejection, has been in vain. I used it all to refine you for what lies ahead. They assumed they had won, but their victory was nothing more than a mirage. Their plans against you are falling apart, and the traps they set only ensnare themselves. Whatever they took from you will be restored in ways beyond human comprehension. They thought you would forever be beneath them. Yet I am raising you to such heights that they will hardly recognize who you have become. You have questioned why I allowed certain things to unfold, and why I did not intervene sooner. Yet I have never been late. I permitted those storms, not to destroy you, but to awaken strengths within you that you never knew existed. You learned to depend on me when every other option failed, and you grew in ways you never expected. Now that season of bearing heavy burdens is shifting. Chains that once bound you are being broken. Loads that weighed you down are being lifted. The sorrow that clung to you is lifting like a passing cloud. My child, you are entering a moment when even those who once laughed at you will watch in silent wonder, unable to fathom what I am doing in your life. I have witnessed the injustice done to you and counted every tear you shed. Nothing escaped my notice. When you wondered if I heard your cries, let me assure you, not one tear was overlooked. Your pain never vanished into the emptiness. It reached my throne, and I have responded. The tables are turning. Those who conspired against you will see my power displayed in your life. They will learn that no scheme formed against you can endure. I am your defender, your restorer, your shield, and your fortress, your constant help when trouble arises. You need not fight this fight alone. I am fighting on your behalf. Stand still and watch my hand at work. Be steadfast and see how I overturn every plan meant to harm you. The weapons aimed at you will break before your very eyes. Those who mocked you will be rendered speechless. Those who exploited your kindness will hunger for your presence. Yet I am setting you apart from them. I concealed you for a reason. I kept you away from places that would have shattered you. I pulled you out of situations that appeared good on the surface but were riddled with destruction beneath. I allowed certain relationships to end because they had no place in the next season of your life. Now the time has come. Time for you to rise. Time for you to move into what I have prepared for you. Time to step into the fulfillment of my promises. Nothing can halt what I have spoken over you. Nothing can undo what I have set in motion. I watched you remain faithful even when life seemed to offer no hope. You could have given up, but instead you chose to trust me. You could have turned away, yet you stayed close. Because you kept your faith, because you refused to let go, because you chose to wait on me, your rewards are now being released. There will be no further delay, no more waiting, no more uncertainty. What was held back is now being poured out. What once felt impossible is becoming reality. Closed doors are opening wide. My child, you are walking into a season in which my favor will overshadow every corner of your life. Stay focused. Keep your heart aligned with mine. Do not be distracted by the enemy's whispers of doubt or lies designed to make you question my word. Always remember, I do not change my mind. My word never returns empty. What I have decreed will be fulfilled. Those who counted you out will see the truth. Those who assumed you had nothing left will witness blessings overflowing in your life. Those who believed they had triumphed will realize they were never in control. Behind the scenes, I have orchestrated all things to serve your good. This is only the beginning. What you observe right now is merely the first glimpse of what I am about to do. I am bringing about transformation so swiftly that even you will be amazed. You will hardly recognize your own story because I am rewriting it in unimaginable ways. I have seen you holding on when you felt like letting go. I have watched you push ahead despite exhaustion. Now, my beloved child, I declare this to you. For those who presume they had the final word, it is over. They are about to witness my power manifested in ways beyond their comprehension. Remain ready, keep trusting, keep believing. For everything you have prayed for, everything you have hoped for, everything you have yearned for is unfolding, piece by piece, moment by moment. The foundations beneath you are shifting. The same ground you once feared might swallow you will now serve as the place where I establish your victory. Every path you walked in doubt, every time you questioned my plan, none of it was in vain. I have woven even your detours into the masterpiece of your destiny. You stood at the brink of despair, thinking the horizon was the end. But I was creating a pathway beyond what your eyes could see. You were never forsaken in the wilderness. You were being prepared for terrains that others could not tread. The silence you endured was never neglect, but a sacred space where I refined your soul. Behold what I am unveiling now. The shadows that once surrounded you are receding, and my radiance is taking their place. No longer will you walk in uncertainty, wondering which way to go. I am straightening every crooked path, raising every valley, and lowering every mountain that stood in your way. Those who dismissed you will stand in awe as I elevate you. The voices that tried to smother my whispers in your heart will fade into irrelevance. Any effort to belittle your purpose is collapsing under the weight of my divine will. My decree stands firm, unmoved by human opposition. What seemed like loss was actually realignment. The doors that refused to open for you were never meant to accommodate your calling. The people who drifted away were never destined to carry the burden of your promise. The opportunities that slipped through your fingers would have only led you away from the immeasurable blessings I have reserved for you. Do not mourn what is past. Release the need to understand why certain events unfolded the way they did. I am the architect of time, the one who orchestrates every season. What felt like delay was actually precise timing, aligning you with a moment that could not have arrived 1 second earlier or later. Now heed my words. The atmosphere around you is being transformed. The weight that once pressed upon your shoulders is lifting. The battles that seemed endless are losing their power. You are stepping into a divine acceleration. What used to take years will now unfold in days. The hard work of previous seasons is culminating in a remarkable outpouring of favor. Can you feel it? The chains of the past no longer have a grip on your future. The echoes of past failures have been silenced. Your spirit is no longer tied to what once was, for I am summoning you toward what is and what shall be. The heaviness of past disappointments is dissolving, replaced by my peace. You will not wander in uncertainty anymore. Your steps will not falter under the burden of doubt. I am clothing you with unwavering confidence, with a boldness that never shrinks back. and with an assurance unshaken by life's shifting circumstances. Every seed of obedience planted in faith, even when everything looked barren, is now sprouting. The prayers you feared went unheard have been gathering before my throne. The silent cries of your heart have been carved into eternity. Not a single tear, not a single plea has gone unnoticed. Watch as I reveal treasures of wisdom, insights beyond your understanding, and mysteries once deemed inaccessible. I am pouring them into your spirit. You will walk with an understanding that surpasses your years, an insight that exceeds your experience, and a discernment beyond human wisdom. I am setting you apart, no longer for isolation, but for profound transformation. I am shaping you into a vessel capable of carrying the weight of my presence. No longer will you simply observe miracles, you will live them. No longer will you merely hear stories of others' encounters. Your own life will be a testimony. Even now, I am placing the right individuals around you. I am removing connections that do nothing but distract, and I am forging bonds with those who will sharpen you. People who will remind you of truth when the world attempts to cloud your vision. You will not travel alone. I have stationed pillars around you, anchors that keep you steady when life's winds threaten to sway you. Do not fear what you cannot see. Do not resist my leading. You are entering a realm where your faith is not only spoken of, but also tested, confirmed, and established. The stories you once read about will now become your lived reality. The encounters you longed for are no longer distant. They are unfolding right before you. Every limitation you thought defined you is being dismantled. Words spoken over you in ignorance, labels placed on you in error, and identities assigned to you by others have no power to bind you. I have called you by your true name, and nothing can alter the identity I have inscribed on your spirit. Your voice carries weight. Your presence transforms environments. Your prayers tear down strongholds. Your faith moves mountains. You are not insignificant, not forgotten, and not waiting for any human validation. My seal is already upon you. Move forward. No more hesitating. No more dwelling on old uncertainties. No more waiting for anyone's permission. I have already released you into the fullness of what I declared over you. Every moment leading up to this was preparation, and the unveiling is at hand. Do not fear their opinions or recoil when opposed. Do not silence yourself because of doubt. I have reinforced you specifically for this time. My anointing is not fleeting. It is an ever-present covering. Dreams that once felt out of reach are now within your grasp. Visions that seemed distant are now becoming clear. Doors you thought were permanently sealed are swinging wide open. This is not merely a breakthrough. It is total transformation. Stand in expectation, walk in certainty, step forward in confidence, and speak boldly. The heavens are moving, the earth is shifting, and the fulfillment of my promise is emerging right before you. The invisible has already changed in your favor, even if your eyes have yet to witness it. Your spirit senses it, discerning the undercurrent of change just below the surface. Every unseen force that once worked against you has lost its hold. I have rewritten the trajectory of your journey with irreversible authority. You no longer reside in the place where despair once enslaved you. The ground beneath you is new, vibrant, fertile, and brimming with the potential of every seed I have planted within you. Your destiny's landscape is no longer barren because I have cultivated it with my own hands, ensuring nothing but life will grow there. The weight of former limitations has fallen away. The barriers that once confined you, the ceilings that capped your aspirations, and the boundaries others imposed on you, none remain. Before you stretches a horizon of my provision, unbounded by human expectations. You have not yet seen the fullness of what I intend. What your mind can conceive is merely a fraction, a faint outline of the greatness I am unveiling. The horizon in your view is only the doorway to a realm beyond all earthly understanding. I designed this time as a grand unveiling that surpasses your imagination. I hold no hesitation in my plans for you, no indecision, no reconsidering. I do not hesitate, nor do I postpone what I have already proclaimed. The timing of your breakthrough is perfectly set, not a second too soon, not a moment too late. Every detail, every unfolding instant has been orchestrated with divine precision. I am speeding up what once moved slowly. That which seemed far off is now drawing near. The whispers of doubt that declared it would never happen have been silenced by the undeniable echo of my decree. My word carries an authority that no power in existence can challenge. Your capacity is increasing. I am enlarging your ability to embrace the deeper things I have prepared. You are being stretched, molded, and refined, not to struggle, but to master what I place before you. What once overwhelmed you will become effortless under the anointing I have given you. I am equipping you to walk in the fullness of every promise I have spoken over your life. The adversaries that once towered over you are powerless now, mere shadows attempting to divert your focus from what I have already conquered on your behalf. No accusation, no obstacle, no scheme can withstand the authority I have invested in you. I am sharpening your discernment so confusion no longer mars your choices and indecision no longer paralyzes you. The winds are shifting and carrying the scent of the future I ordained for you. Every step ahead may be unfamiliar, but rest in knowing that I have gone before you, securing each detail long before you arrive. No pause or hesitation holds me back, for each moment has been flawlessly orchestrated beyond human comprehension. Your path is being revealed like an ancient scroll, each layer disclosing a purpose once hidden. What dwelt in obscurity is now coming into crystal clear focus, aligning with an unchanging heavenly blueprint. This unveiling is no accident. It is part of my design, woven before time began. The haunting echoes of past struggles will no longer determine your path. The doubts once circling your mind have evaporated under the might of my decree. I have charted a fresh course for you, one immune to old limitations, one defined by favor surpassing all you have envisioned. You are moving beyond the well-worn trails of familiarity into realms where my wonders reside. Though the familiar offered comfort, I am calling you where reliance on me alone will sustain you. This journey may not be predictable, but it is certain. The destination may lie beyond natural sight, yet it is firmly secured in my hand. Nothing can interrupt what I have initiated. No opposition can postpone the revelation of what I have promised. My authority is final. My word is immovable. What I have set in motion will reach its completion unhindered. There are no glitches in my plan and no detours from what I have proclaimed over you. Your spirit sensed this shift even before your mind could comprehend it. The alignment within you is not random. It is the culmination of a divine sequence, unfolding with perfect timing. What once seemed fragmented is converging into an undeniable reality. I am refining your vision. The fog that obscured your sight is lifting. Where confusion once dominated, clarity now reigns. You will recognize what is truly from me with unmistakable conviction. No longer will you rely on mere guesswork, for you will walk in the certainty of my guidance. The clamor of the world will no longer dictate your focus. I am attuning your ears to hear my voice amidst the noise of the temporary. I am exposing every false narrative and dismantling every deceptive influence. You will not remain in the waiting place of uncertainty. The era of wondering if a breakthrough will ever come has ended. This is a season of unfolding, not delay. What was kept back is being released. The storehouses of promise are swinging open, pouring out what was set aside for a time such as this. New doors are appearing where only walls stood before, and all former boundaries have been removed. I am extending the scope of your influence, broadening your impact. You will venture into spaces once deemed inaccessible. Walk where you once believed you could not go. The wisdom you need for your next assignment already resides within you. I have carefully poured understanding into you over time, preparing you for moments yet unseen. The days you thought were unremarkable were actually seasons of divine setup. Now you will step into situations where knowledge flows freely, where insight emerges without effort. No longer will you second-guess the gifts I placed in you. You were never intended to shrink away, but to rise up. You were not meant to remain hidden, but to shine. The time for self-doubt has passed. A new era of bold confidence has come. Every resource you need is already on the way. You will lack nothing to fulfill the journey ahead. Where you once saw scarcity, you will soon see abundance. I am aligning every requirement with the supply ordained for it. Opportunities, connections, and pathways are converging perfectly in their appointed time. Have no fear of the unknown, for I have walked that road on your behalf. Although it may look uncharted to human eyes, my footprints are there, marking every turn. Trust is not a gamble. It is the most secure foundation you can stand on. Acceleration has arrived. No more waiting for conditions to improve. No more external factors causing delays. The moment is now. Events will move quickly, and doors will open sooner than you expect. Heaven's momentum is propelling you onward without restraint. Your name is being mentioned in places you have never visited. Favor is speaking for you long before you arrive. The effects of my anointing extend beyond anything your eyes can see or your mind can plan. What I have called you to do will stretch far beyond your natural limits. You stand at the brink of a divine unveiling. Things that were once hidden are now being brought to light. Every revelation you've prayed for, every direction you've sought, every purpose you yearn to understand, it is all aligning perfectly. The fragments that seemed disconnected are forming a flawless tapestry. This is your defining hour, not through your own efforts, but through divine appointment. You are not scrambling for significance. You are stepping into the destiny I prepared beforehand. The weight of old seasons is being lifted, and a new mantle of authority rests upon you. Mountains that once loomed large before you are breaking apart. Obstacles that felt insurmountable are dissolving before your eyes. You will walk through barriers once thought impossible to cross. Nothing can stand against what I have commissioned you to accomplish. Your very presence will testify that my hand is upon you. The changes will be so evident that even those who doubted or opposed you cannot deny them. You won't need to defend what I am doing in your life. My work will speak for itself. The long season of waiting has ended. The days of wondering and hoping are giving way to fulfillment. My promise to you is now becoming reality. Walk forward with courage, for I am with you in every step. The path ahead is not one of guessing, but of tangible expectation realized. My beloved child, the time of taking timid, tentative steps has finished. I call you now to stride boldly into the vast opportunities I have prepared. The era of cautious hesitation has passed, for I have laid a foundation so steady that nothing can shake what I am building upon it. The winds that once challenged you now blow to propel you forward with divine force. You are moving beyond the confines of the familiar, stepping outside the boundaries of human logic. The road before you is not marked by others' footprints, for I am doing something unprecedented in your life. No plan drawn by human hands can grasp the enormity of what I am bringing forth. Your words will carry influence where once they were dismissed. The very ground you walk upon has been reshaped into a platform to display my power. The influence I entrust to you is not meant for personal gain, but to fulfill kingdom purposes that surpass your current understanding. Every limitation once deemed unmovable is dissolving under my command. The structures that once restricted your reach, the ceilings that held you back, and the barriers that hindered your movement are gone. I have opened the way for you to have limitless access to the realms I have called you to occupy. I am granting you deeper discernment, honing your ability to distinguish genuine opportunities from deceptive ones. No longer will falsehood find an entry point. No longer will diversions distract you from your calling. The clarity I impart will uncover what is hidden, revealing the true intent behind each door, each connection, each decision. My presence will precede you like a consuming fire, forging a path where one never existed. The resistance that once stood against you will discover it has no power in the face of the authority I have given you. No opposition can endure before the weight of my divine decree. Your spirit will function at a level beyond earthly comprehension. The knowledge I instill in you transcends mere intellect, study, or experience. It flows from an eternal source, unbound by time and unaffected by human constraints. You will see beyond the visible, understand more than what is plainly stated, and move beyond common expectations. The new doors I open will require a preparation that can only come from me. This is not achieved through striving, but through surrender. Release the urge to control every aspect, for what I am orchestrating lies beyond your power to manage. My glory will be your sustaining force, not your own efforts. The acceleration in your life will enable you to surpass those who once seemed far ahead. Do not compare your progress to others. The pace I have set for you is uniquely yours. You are neither in competition nor behind schedule. You stand precisely where you need to be, and my promises are unfolding right on time. Even your own aspirations for yourself pale in comparison to what I am unveiling. What you envisioned was just a glimpse of my far greater plan for you. My thoughts about you exceed all you can imagine, and my provision is more abundant than anything you have anticipated. The stretching you now feel is not a burden, but an expansion of your capacity. I am enlarging your ability to carry all that is on the horizon. Strength is being forged within, resilience is maturing, and endurance is perfected. This is not training for mere survival, but for dominion. I am placing your name where only I could have placed it. You will not need to chase recognition or seek approval from those lacking my perspective. The favor on your life will be unmistakable, and the evidence of my hand will answer every doubt. The resources for this new assignment are already in motion. You will not lack anything you need. There will be no shortage of tools or assistance. I have summoned the right people, arranged divine appointments, and structured circumstances so that everything required will be provided exactly when it is needed. This marks the start of something greater than you dared to hope for. My plans are not merely about advancement, but about transformation. You are not simply turning a page. You are stepping into a whole new dimension of living. Remain firm, for my purpose is rapidly unfolding. Do not shift your gaze left or right. Distractions will try to steal your attention from what I am revealing. Keep your eyes fixed on me, and you will stand strong. The systems of this world do not determine your success, and human institutions do not define your destiny. You operate under the authority of my kingdom, guided by my decree rather than earthly parameters. The limitations that apply to others do not apply to you, because my favor surpasses all natural constraints. What you carry is not commonplace. The calling on your life is extraordinary. The weight of your task calls for divine empowerment, and I am providing you with everything you need to fulfill what I have declared. Do not be startled by sudden changes. What appears to be chaos is in fact alignment. I am rearranging every part of your circumstances to ensure you are perfectly placed. The shifts that seem abrupt are truly my hand, swiftly working in your favor. There is no fear in what is coming, only fulfillment. There is no uncertainty, only completion. There is no hesitation, only forward progress. You are entering a reality where my word is not just heard, but tangibly experienced. The waiting has ended. The manifestation has begun. What once lingered as a far-off promise is now your present reality. My beloved child, as you prepare to return to the rhythm of your day, know that my words remain with you, ever guiding, ever comforting. Before you go, I invite you to join this sacred gathering by subscribing to my channel. Let your heart be the testament to my enduring love. Like, comment, I truly love you, God, and share these messages with others seeking hope and healing. Each time you return, you are drawing closer to the divine truth I have set before you, a truth that transforms your struggles into triumphs and your doubts into radiant hope. Stay connected, for my promise of renewal and unyielding support is ever present. And every moment you spend here plants seeds of joy and purpose in your life. Go forth in my peace, and know that I eagerly await your return, always ready to uplift you, to restore you, and to lead you into the light of a new day. Amen.